Truly African.
Hello there, you're welcome to the only show that brings you happenings in the world of diplomacy and international relations, Diplomatic Affairs. My name is Harriet Nati. The show comes off every Saturday on the platforms of Pan-African Television between the hours of 4 to 5 o'clock p.m. We are also in over 40 African countries in the interest of Pan-Africanism, and we are also in some parts of Europe and big on social media, YouTube and Facebook, so you can always catch up with us and get to know what is happening when it comes to diplomatic engagements and international relations at the bilateral and multilateral levels. Now, on this edition of Diplomatic Affairs, let me run you through the headlines. It's Makaya Oduwale, the young activist leading the crusade against climate change. We have an interview with him, and we will be showing that very shortly. Ghana also secures $200 million facility to boost small and medium enterprises, SMEs, says the president at the 3i African Summit. And also the third African Media Convention has been held right here in Accra, talking about media integration and development on the African continent. And Ghana also grants Stevie Wonder citizenship. This is huge and important news to Africans, to Ghanaians, Africans, and of course the diaspora. And lastly, the 21st Nordic African Foreign Ministers Summit has been held in Denmark. I'll bring you all the details right after this. Now, our first story, let's talk about the young chap who is driving climate action. In a time where the world is devising strategies to bring everyone on board in climate sustainability awareness, 14-year-old Makaya Oduwale is using football to recruit key stakeholders in signing their allegiance to protect and safeguard the planet. Now, I sat with this young champion to know what actually motivated him to embark on this journey. Let's take you to where the interview was held. The fight to safeguard our environment has been a clarion call to everyone, right from the United Nations to successive governments. All hands on deck. Now, people are scouting for innovative ways to stir the interest of others in climate sustainability awareness. A young man with an interest in securing and protecting the planet for future generations has adopted a fun and an innovative way to approach climate awareness and sustainability. Now, the question is, who is this young climate champion? Well, you will learn all about him in a bit. This is the only show that brings you happenings in the world of diplomacy and international relations, Diplomatic Affairs. My name is Harriet Nati. I will be back right after this break, and we will delve into all of it. You can always tune in and get to know what is happening when it comes to diplomatic engagements between countries, international relations, Ghana's foreign policy, and all other related matters. We are here for you. Now, today I am very excited because hardly do I get, very interesting these kinds of people. I usually get people in suits, in ties, mounting my platforms, and it's usually straight jacketed and all of that. Guess what? We are in sneakers today. My guest is wearing one of the finest sneakers. I'm in one as well. I love sneakers. I already told him, you know what, you're going to go barefooted from the show. Yeah, and he understands, so we're good to go. But I have a young chap here that I will be talking to. That is what excites me. Now hear this. This is the most interesting part of this whole introduction. It's the fact that he is only 14 and he is a climate champion or advocate, whatever you want to call it. But he is driving the awareness and championing the cause for us to begin to pay attention to the climate, the awareness creation around sustainability, having to safeguard, the environment for next generations. And he's young and he's leading. We are happy to see him lead. It means that we've done a good job. He's been very much empowered to lead the way for us to follow. That's a good thing. My guest is Makaya Oduwale, and he is visiting Ghana for the second time. We won't talk much about the first time because he was only 2 years old and now he's only 14. Hi there.
Hello.
It's good to have you on Diplomatic Affairs. How are you?
I'm doing really good, thank you. How are you?
I'm fine. I was very excited all morning when I learned that I was coming to meet you for us to have a very interesting conversation. So you can imagine my mood right now. Like, I'm on fire. Are you on fire too?
Yeah, I think so.
Now, it's Makaya. Let's talk about you briefly. Then we will give all our attention to this assignment that you are on, this journey that you are on. Let's talk about Ghana. I understand yesterday you were in Choco. How was it?
So I was sad and happy at the same time because when we were there, I saw some of the kids didn't have any shoes on, they didn't have any clothes. But I also went to go see kids, so that made me happy as well.
Were they excited to see you?
They were definitely excited, I think so.
I know I have some pictures from this event, but tell me, share your experience with me. What was it like?
So when we got there, they had a very warm welcome there. Everyone started clapping.
Aww.
It all felt like a great experience.
So you loved it?
Yeah, I loved it.
And they also had a lot of fun with you?
I think so.
You guys played soccer together?
We did soccer at the end.
Oh, okay. I can't wait to see the videos. By the way, let's talk about why you are globetrotting. I understand every now and then you are airborne. What have you been up to? What have you been up to?
Lately?
Yes.
So, of course, I've been traveling lately. I've been trying to schedule the meetings with everyone.
And we have these balls here, which we will be talking about. Can I sign after I'm done? Can I? Yeah, because I know you are meeting the big guys, the presidents and the prime ministers and the people who are supposed to lead when it comes to climate awareness. So I understand you started this when you were, what, 12?
I started this when I was 12 years old and when the World Cup started.
So that is what, Qatar?
That was Doha, Qatar.
Doha 2022. Wow. Share the story with me.
It all started when I went to Qatar for the World Cup. Now, I was really excited when I found out I was going to Qatar. Then I thought, why don't I make a project out of this? So I brought these 2 climate footballs with me to Qatar. Now, I wanted people to sign my climate ball. And I got people from over 28 different countries to sign my climate ball.
You kidding me?
No.
28?
28. I got over 28 people to sign my climate ball, like Brazil, USA, Morocco, Saudi Arabia, Tunisia, Ghana, and many, many more. So when these people sign my climate ball, they pledge to do something to prevent climate change when they go back home. Now this ball is a different story.
Okay.
This ball is for all the CEOs of companies and leaders of countries like Anthony Capuano, the CEO of Marriott Worldwide, Mr. Peter Ingham, the CEO of Hawaiian Airlines, Mr. Hornbuckle, the CEO of MGM Grand, and my good buddy, Mr. Raj, the CEO of the biggest shipping company in the world, FedEx.
FedEx. Of course, everybody knows about FedEx.
Yeah, I think so.
That's a big deal.
It is.
Okay, so now let's talk about, you also met the president of Ghana, as you mentioned, a few days ago, right?
Yeah.
And I'm sure this must be a very good, incredible moment, right, for you. Meeting the president, that's not the first time you were meeting any kind of president to actually sign your ball. But the fact that you are in Africa, you are in Ghana, and you have the president, I'm sure you were very much excited about that moment as well, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so what did the president say?
So I think the president was really proud at first when I started to do it. It was also a warm atmosphere. He said I should keep up the good work I'm doing.
Oh, wow. Well, keep up the good work you're doing. We are here to support you. But really, let's talk about climate change, climate awareness, and sustainability. We know that we are not currently at a good place right now. We know that we're supposed to do more to safeguard our environment. You know, climate change is real. Climate change is causing a lot of havoc when it comes to the existence of humanity, and especially as we talk about the next generation. Here you are at age 14 and you have found the need to push for this cause. Why is it important, so important for us to pay attention now?
So I think that it's important to take care of it now, because if we don't, it's going to be a bigger problem later on.
So these leaders who pledged their support and commitment to climate action, how do you really keep up to check on them to see if they are doing something different from before?
I could either call, but I'm usually traveling to other places as well. So when they say it, they promise to do it, so I expect them to do it. Plus, if they're the president as well, so I think they're going to do
leadership, absolutely, right? So you want to make sure that they will be responsible, right?
Yes.
Okay, wonderful. Now, let's talk about where we are going from here. Where do you want to see yourself in the next 5 years?
So a climate advocate, that's one. And the next thing is I want to be a professional soccer player as well.
Yeah, so I heard that you play soccer. How good are you?
I'm trying.
How often do you play? At school, right? How often do you play?
It's a club team, so about 2 practices a week.
And which grade are you?
I'm in 9th grade.
9th grade. Okay, now that's good. This is very exciting. Meeting the president of Ghana, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, meeting all these, high-profile personalities to, ask them, was it strange in Qatar? I am very much intrigued about the story in Qatar. When they saw you with your ball and you were asking them to sign, to pledge, their commitment to climate action. What was it like? Do you remember that moment?
So I think I do. When it was the beginning, I think everyone is a tiny bit skeptical.
Exactly,
at first,
exactly, right? Like, who the hell is this one? I'm sure everybody was like, who is he? Is that why, right? Why is he telling us what to do, right? I'm sure you got that. You were like, but how did you take that?
So I kind of took it in. I kept smiling, like, I kept smiling. I just kept running through as well.
Wow, amazing. So 28 people?
Over 28.
Over 28 people have signed these balls. We have presidents, and then we have the prime ministers, the CEOs, and all of that. What do you have to say to people your age, the young ones?
So I'd probably say that no matter what age you are, you can always make an impact on climate change. Also, if it's for standing up for someone, you can always make an impact.
Right. You thought about football, but why football? You could have done it in any other way. Why football?
Because this is a global thing that a lot of people know about, so that's also bringing everyone together with it.
So football is like a universal language, right? So everyone speaks the same language when it comes to football, right? Great. And your friends, how do they feel? They must be proud of you.
Yeah, they're really proud of me.
Wow, this is very interesting. Any idea where else you'll be going from here? I know you are going back to the United States. That's your home. Yeah. And what next from there?
So I'll probably take these to more schools to show that it doesn't matter what age you are, you can always make an impact.
It doesn't matter what age you are, you can always make an impact. Last words from you. What do you have to say to the people of Ghana? Right there in the camera. Any message for us? Think about something. Do you have any message for Ghanaians,
I'd say that you could try cleaning up after ourselves, try not to litter, so our future generation could be better.
Try not to litter so future generations can be better. It's Makaya Oduwale has been my guest on today's episode, and it's been a very interesting segment, especially when it comes to climate action. Everyone is on call to act, to do something. You can do something regardless of where you find yourself. It doesn't matter whether you have a bigger platform or a small platform. Wherever you are, you still have your voice, and you can also act differently, start doing things differently. So he is taking the lead, and he's taking it upon himself to do this. How much more you and we have to make sure that we are in line with Ismakiah, so that he will be very inspired and motivated to do more, and also get his peers to, follow suit. So it's been great talking to you, and I'm looking forward to seeing you again whenever you are in Ghana. You can always look for us, and let's hook up and have some drinks. Some drinks and some snacks. And do you have any? Did you eat something? What did you eat in Ghana? Did you try any of the local dishes?
We tried some of the local dishes. I think it was goat stew.
Oh, goat stew! You did. What did you have it with?
We had it with jollof rice.
Everybody loves it. Now there's a competition between, I think, Senegal and Ghana when it comes to the best, who makes the best jollof rice. I want to believe you haven't tried that of Senegal, but you have tried Ghana's jollof. Was it nice? Okay, there you have it, guys. You know what? We're good. We are not going to have this conversation anymore. Ismakiah, thank you so much for your time, and we wish you a safe flight back home. And you know what? Keep driving this course. Keep giving it your all. You are inspiring some of us, and you are motivating us, and you are, sounding the alarm so loud. And we are here with you to support in any way we can. This is our planet. This is all we know. We don't have any other home other than this planet, right? So we have a responsibility to take care of this beautiful planet of ours. So I see some names on these ones. I think you can get closer and walk me through some of these names. Who are they?
So this is the fan ball.
Okay, this is the fan ball.
Yeah, this is the fan ball.
Okay, so let's talk about the ball. What does the fan ball represent?
So the fan ball represents a bunch of people pledging to do something to prevent climate change.
Okay, so what's the difference between this ball and that ball, which also has so many signatures appended?
So this one is for all the fans. This one's for all the CEOs and leaders of country, including this one.
Including this one,
yes.
But this one doesn't look much signed, though.
So we ran out of space on this one.
So after this is done, then you can go to the next one. Interesting. All right then, so we're done. Been great. Once again, coming your way with another session of Diplomatic Affairs. My name is Harriet Nate. We are not done yet, right? We'll take a break. When we come back, we have other stories that might interest you. Please stay tuned. Now to our next story, let's talk about the just ended 3i African Summit, where President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo has reiterated government's commitment to fund the operations of SMEs at lower interest rates to sustain their operations. Now, speaking at the just ended 3i African Summit held here in Accra, which was jointly organized by the Bank of Ghana and the Development Bank of Ghana, he further disclosed that Ghana has signed a memorandum of understanding with the ECOWAS Bank for Investment and Development to secure a $200 million facility to augment the growth and expansion of small and medium enterprises, SMEs. Now, the 3i Summit, which was themed Unleashing Africa's FinTech and Digital Economic Potential, saw over 400 participants in attendance. The events sought to generate greater momentum and traction for Africa's digital finance agenda by causing finance, policy and technology to meet at a crossroad.
Prioritizing digital investment in digital infrastructure, channeling resources into the communities that have been left behind by the march of progress, and bridging the digital divide that threatens to leave too many Africans on the sidelines of the global economy are exceptionally important and crucial. And we must deepen our partnerships across governments, financial institutions, tech firms, and development agencies, working together in a spirit of shared purpose and unwavering commitment to develop the innovative solutions and strategic initiatives that will propel us towards a more prosperous and equitable future. And to this end, in furtherance of our objective of providing financial access to SMEs, the Minister for Finance and President of the ECOWAS Bank for Investment and Development, EBID, signed last Friday in Lomé, in Togo, a memorandum of understanding for $200 million facility to be dispersed through the Ghana Commercial Bank and the Ghana Exim Bank to SMEs. The role of fintechs in ensuring that these resources reach SMEs and to monitor their growth cannot be overestimated.
Success of financial innovations rests on a strong financial services sector that operates in stable macroeconomic environment. To this end, the government of President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo is unrelenting in creating an enabling macroeconomic environment that will provide the platform for the success of the financial services sector. For this reason, Ghana's economic rebound has been quite swift, with economic growth ending the year 2023 at 2.9% against a target of 1.5%. Inflation heading towards the year-end target of 15%, and which we are determined to work to reach a single-digit inflation by 2027, and interest rates declining as well. Despite recent pressures on our currency, the cedi's depreciation year-to-date of 12% is far lower than its depreciation of 27% in the same period last year. The government is also implementing measures on the fiscal side, including acceleration of disbursements of almost $1 billion United States dollars by our development partners between now and December this year to support the economy. As we convene at the 3i Africa Summit here in Ghana, it is incumbent on us to acknowledge the remarkable strides that Ghana has made in nurturing a vibrant fintech ecosystem. Ghana's fintech sector boasts of a diverse array of startups, accelerators, and regulatory initiatives, solidifying our position as a frontrunner in fintech innovation across the continent.
Now, all roads led to the Accra International Conference Center, where the third edition of the African Media Convention took place. Ghana has hosted the third African Media Convention with a call on African journalists to enhance media freedom with innovative approach. Addressing participants at the closing ceremony, President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo assured that perpetrators of the heinous crime which cost the life of Ahmed Swale in 2019 will face the punitive tentacles of the law. President of the Ghana Journalists Association, GJA, Albert Dumfo, emphasized the media's critical role in ensuring freedom on the African continent. Now, the three-day event held at the Accra International Conference Center, as mentioned earlier, was themed Enhancing Freedom, Innovation and Environmental Sustainability in a Dynamic Media Landscape. The gathering sought to provide a platform for deep diving into several thematic areas relevant to the African media landscape.
The impact on media freedom is particularly noteworthy, as it has empowered journalists, improved the quality of reporting, and fostered a culture of transparency that benefits the entire society. As a result of these developments, today, the Ghanaian citizen is able to give boldly and freely his or her feedback on policies and programs of government. Civil society groups are able to interrogate fearlessly government actions and positions, compare them to global best practices, and offer views and critiques aimed at complementing the efforts of government for good governance. And the political opposition is able to raise dissent openly, canvass for alternative viewpoints, and by so doing, offer our citizens alternatives to consider on all key issues of our national discourse. It will be fully safeguarded, as will the efforts of the law enforcement agencies to bring the killers of Ahmed Swale to book, continue, no matter how long it takes.
It is evident that we have not only met, but also exceeded the objectives set forth for this convention. For assessing the state of press freedom on the continent, to championing the cause of reliable information in the face of misinformation and disinformation, our collective efforts have resounded with clarity and purpose. Throughout our time together, we have strengthened ties, forged partnerships, and reaffirmed our unwavering dedication to the principles of freedom, innovation, and environmental sustainability. We have paid homage to the brave journalists who have sacrificed their lives in pursuit of truth, and we have pledged to stand in solidarity with those who continue to risk every day for the sake of a free and independent media.
Many critical issues have been raised at this forum, such as the need for the media in Africa to leverage or adapt artificial intelligence for the media, adapt artificial intelligence for the good of the industry and our beloved continent, and the imperative for the media to address environmental concerns, particularly climate change. As we look forward to, and by the time we arrive in Ethiopia or Morocco for the 4th AMC, I believe we would have assembled concrete answers to the many questions we have posed here.
Now, in an interesting twist, let's talk about Stevie Wonder. Stevie Wonder is a writer, a musician, and he is a legendary when it comes to the music industry. Renowned American songwriter Stevie Wonder has been granted Ghanaian citizenship on his 74th birthday by President of the Republic, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. The legendary singer participated in a ceremony on May 13, where he took the oath of allegiance and was granted his certificate of citizenship from the President. President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo at the ceremony said, by granting Stevie Wonder Ghanaian citizenship, we are not only welcoming a beloved son of Africa, but also reaffirm our belief in Pan-Africanism and the global African family. Stevie Wonder, in his response, said the idea of being a citizen of Ghana started some 50 years ago, and now as a Ghanaian, he is committed to fulfilling the dream cherished for long, which is uniting people of African descent and the diaspora. Let's take you to the Jubilee House.
I, Stephen Morris,
swear solemnly, sincerely, and truly declare and affirm that I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to the Republic of Ghana, and I will preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the Republic of Ghana. So help me God. Congratulations, sir.
A resounding round of applause, please. A resounding, the freshest and the newest Ghanaian. Thank you so much, Mr. Steve Wonder.
First of all, the certificate of registration as a citizen of Ghana. This is it. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. And to complete the documentation, I've also done passport for you as well.
First of all, give all praise to God. Since a little boy, I always believed in my heart that there was nothing impossible with the Spirit of the Most High, our God. And for years, since about 1972, I've talked about coming to Ghana to work with the tsetse fly and sleeping blindness. I talked about it when I had my Project Out talking book and in the visions. I've talked about Ghana throughout my years. And for now, over 50 years, I've talked about being a citizen in this country. The truth is, I'm committed to, as now a Ghanaian citizen, being a part of fulfilling the dream that we've had for so many years of bringing people of Africa, those of the diaspora, the United States, Caribbean, all of the people together. Because as I said, and I've said for many years, the only way the world will come together is that we unite as a united people of the world. So living in America, I have started, but I'm not done. I'm here to do this, to bring us together, all people of all nations, because I know that we are the original people of the planet. So it is only fitting for us to bring our children together, all of them, all of the colors and all that, of which I've never seen the colors, but I've seen the colors of people, their hearts. And I'm wanting us to come together as one people. It's not impossible. As I did believe there would be someday a national holiday for Dr. Martin Luther King, I too believe that we will have a united people of the world. Mr. President, I thank you for your heart, for understanding that the only way that the world can move forward is that we come together as one piece to do so. I celebrate that spirit. What is unfortunate is that too many people are too blind to see it. But I, with complete inner visions, I know that it is just a heartbeat away. I thank you.
Why
let's talk about the 21st Nordic African Foreign Ministers Summit, which took place in Denmark. Over 30 African countries and the Nordic foreign ministers have participated in this year's Nordic African Foreign Ministers meeting in Copenhagen, Denmark. To attend the meeting organized by the Danish industry, the two-day annual meeting themed multilateralism and increasing trade and investments, the gathering focused on peace and security, multilateral cooperation, reform of multilateral institutions, and increasing trade and investment. The meeting provides an opportunity for African countries to exchange notes with countries of the North on key global issues and developments. It also serves as the developing mechanism for improving trade and investment between African and Nordic countries. The Nordic African Foreign Ministers meeting included two closed plenary sessions, one on partnerships in the African century and the second plenary on global governance and international financial architecture. At a time when multilateralism is being challenged on a broad front, the partnership between the Nordic countries and Africa is more important than ever, says the organizers. Now, about the meeting, the Nordic Africa Foreign Ministers meeting was established in the year 2000, which engages between 5 Nordic countries and 10 African countries. Its objective was to emphasize the political importance of Africa and to demonstrate that Africa-Nordic relations went beyond development cooperation. In addition, the meeting had 2 sessions of separate round tables, each co-chaired by the ministers from Africa and Nordic countries to discuss the topic peace and security will take place. And also an African Nordic youth panel which discusses the theme youth and economic partnerships. An African Nordic research policy roundtable which also discussed economic partnerships in an age of complexity, sustaining peace and fostering prosperity through African Nordic cooperation. The African Nordic business meeting aimed at exploring opportunities to strengthen trade and investments between African and Nordic countries. It is always a pleasure to have you stay with us as we dig and bring you all the updates with regards to diplomacy and international relations here on the only show that brings you happenings in the world of diplomacy and international relations, Diplomatic Affairs. My name is Harriet Nate, and I look forward to sitting with you once again next week, same time. Thank you for watching.
Truly African.
How do you some look fast? Baba, me again. Let's all yale. Me quite remember who you need. Mentiment sent my friend doctor when I'm crossing over. Share the process. So what was swearing? She has malaria. Malaria. Oh, what is the word you router? The corporate labs here. A drone a friend router next. You come and read a draw and running router. So Calf trap and the draw crew abaso body assay. Wabo router mixture abaso. Router natural products and one router mixture. Yeah, you could see a treat. Router tonic and the router life one. Who a finish the bunny, a fin pedrium. That's a supporting immune system. Router there, Obiasia, FDA, and the dredging crack to your two.
This is a red salute to our comrade and friend, Papa Sly, the drummer of the Freedom Band, who has just passed away. Papa Sly and the Freedom Band were an essential part of our effort to build a working class movement dedicated to the building of a new world free from exploitation. Their skills and voices were displayed in our schools at all social gatherings and political mobilization events.
We've just been informed of the passing of Papa Sly, the drummer of the Freedom Band. This is heartbreaking news. We just saw him perform in the Freedom Center last Monday, and within a few days, he's gone. Papa Sly was a fantastic drummer. Indeed, he was a master drummer, and he contributed so much to making the Freedom Band